Whoa. Well, here we are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Clobberers and clobberettes and clobberanimos and all things in between, all clobberers in between. Hello, my friends. Welcome to Clobberin Times, issue number 420. Actually, that's on YouTube. The entire number, of course, is 1,120. And I am glad to see you all here with us tonight, my good friends. And welcome to the big finale. The Jack Kirby month finale, last day of Jack Kirby month for 2022. And it's been a pleasure. It's been loads of fun celebrating the King of Comics as I do every August. And because he has to be celebrated. And, if it's up to me, it's up to me. It's just the way it is. So I proudly take on that responsibility to do it every year with what tiny little corner of the geek universe that I have. And I'm damn proud of it. Good to see you, my friends. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here tonight. Like I say, it'll be just like a basic chill stream, just kind of doing some basic Kirby talk. Just kind of recapping some of the things we've been doing this month, of course, I suppose. I'm going to talk a little bit about the FF because it's kind of again, that's one of the topics that is the most famous topics for Kirby, for obvious reasons. But we talked about it obviously a little bit here and there this month. But since today is a pretty big day for the FF, I'll tell you why in a little bit. I thought it's not like an anniversary or anything, not like that. But I thought, we'll finish up talking a little bit of FF. Fantastic for his undoubtedly his greatest creation. Yes, I know. I'm biased, but that's just the way it is. But before I do that, I guess I should do some show notes so that I can begin to shout out all of my good friends in the chat. So we'll get the show notes out of the way, shall we? Tomorrow night, we start off a new month, and we're going to start it off the right way. It'll be September the 1st. It'll be on Clobby's Clubhouse. So the Clubhouse is in session tomorrow night, and it's going to be Star Trek month on the Clubhouse. It won't be the same thing as with Kirby, where every show is Star Trek centric. Every Kirby, the way everything was Kirby, except for the Trek Saturday night show. It'll just be on, in addition to Saturday Night Star Trek, every Clubhouse show there's going to be Star Trek centric. A week from tomorrow will be Star Trek Day, the official day, September the 8th. We're going to try to do something special for that because we love us some Star Trek. So that's what we're going to be doing. And then Saturday night Star Trek, same Trek time, same Clubby channel. As always, we're going to 4 more episodes of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. So looking forward to that. Great crowds have been showing up and having a lot of fun with all kind of fantastic friends for that. And we love it. And Monday night, I'm not sure what's going on Monday. Got a few things in the fire. We will figure all that out. So this being a new month, a classic, could be a Clobby's Classic comic review and on the way. We will see. I got to get with my buddy J-Man for that. Before I start my hellos, hey, JT Kirk with the 420 super chat it is 420 on YouTube. Well, that works. Thank you. JT, thank you so much for that, my friend. I really appreciate you. Thank you. And it is good to see you, my friend. So let me start out the shout outs here. We have with us this evening so far. First of all, big shout outs to anyone who is watching this later on a download or a repeat video viewing, or however you want to call it. I really appreciate it. Shout out Eric O'Sullivan, Yin, and any other friends who are doing so. If you give me mention, if you say something in the comments, if you want to be shouted out, you don't have to be, of course. Then I will definitely do so. Though, if you leave some, let me know that you're there. And of course, thank you to all those who lurk, who don't. Maybe you don't. It doesn't matter that you don't participate in the chat. It's great if you do, but you don't have to. And I appreciate you so much as well. Tonight with me is that great J-Man. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. We gotta do some reviewing soon. I mean, we got set something up for, if not Monday, definitely the following Monday. But Monday's good too. So We'll do it at a special Clobby time. So just I'll get with you behind the scenes there, brother, and see if we can do that, because it's always fun reviewing comics with you, bud. Again, hello to the great aforementioned JT Kirk. Thanks again, buddy. Maddie's daddy. Steve Mitchum, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Chris Persia, what's up, buddy? Thanks for all you do to the great Chris Persia. Good to see you here, man. Thank you. Masters Maniac Mexico, MMM. Good to see you. Thank you for being here, man. Some outsider was on. What's up, Phantom? Good to see you, Phantom. Brian Hepburn. Hey. Let's see here. Who else we got? D Bud, buddy, the man of iron. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Just Joe. What's up, Jobber? Good to see you, man. Always great to see you. Eric K. Bronze Wrencher. All right. What is up, Kimasabi? Good to see you. Hope you were doing well, Bronze. Let's see here. Who else? Whom else is here? Minimusness is here. A big show. Minimus was a superhero today. I'll tell you why in a little bit. Sid East Warren. Hello. Good to see you. That's my vamping music to check. Okay, I think I got everybody that is here thus far. So, yeah, this is I'm going to miss Jack Kirby month. Every time it's over, I feel sad inside a little bit. I'm like, oh, man. That was fun. It was just fun. You know, it's always so much fun celebrating the king. And now, got to wait another year. I mean, we celebrate him throughout the year. Don't get me wrong. Every now and then, I might just throw a topic up there just for the hell of it. You know. There's never a bad time to talk some Kirby, mind you. There's always room for Kirby. And it will always be that way. But I was having fun. Again, it always goes by so fast for me. But, yeah, hey, that's the way it goes, right? I mean, this happens, man. You know, I look forward to doing this so much. Sometimes when I have a show planned that is a topic that I'm really looking forward to, and I plan it, especially when I plan it, you know, months in advance. Sometimes, and I didn't do a lot of planning on this because I just do it every year anyway. But sometimes when it's something that I really just, I'm really looking forward to doing. And I spend so much time hyping it up and saying this, that, and the other. Then I remember sometimes I'll go, oh, man, that's over now. Oh, huh? It's over. I want to go back and do it again. Sometimes there are some topics that I enjoy doing it so much, but I still wish I'd have been able to do more. And I'll go back and I'll go, oh, man. I did that. I remember I was thinking about, oh, man, maybe I ought to do that. Oh, I did that about 3-4 months ago or a year ago. Damn it, I want to go do it over again. I want to act like I didn't do it before so I can do it again. I know it sounds goofy, but I am that way about some of this stuff. And it's like, wow, that would be cool to just go back to that. If you know where I'm coming from. And if you know where I'm coming from, do you know where I'm going? And hey, no matter where you go, there you are. Dad, man, what is up, buddy? Good to see you, man. So, let's see. Here's why I talked about this a little bit at the beginning of the show. Here's why it's a kind of a special day for the Fantastic Four. Linrod, good to see you. Today, a book came out that I've been looking for many, many months, many, many moons. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get it or have to order online because I don't have a folder to my LCS anymore. I don't, I barely visit the local comic shops, but Minimus here, yes, he is Claude in the chat. He has a regular folder and all that kind of stuff, and buys regular stuff or whatever. So he was able to get me a copy because he was able to save me one, and I was able to get it. So, and that of course is, where are you? This book here, this lovely book here, Fantastic Four, Full Circle by Alex Ross, came out today at finer comic shops because the sleazier ones refuse to carry it. So, been waiting on this for a while. There was many, many years back. At some point, Alex Ross had actually pitched a story to the Fantastic Four. I mean, to Marvel for the Fantastic Four. And the idiots didn't accept it or didn't, but this is a good while back. So it's a story he had going on for a long time. And as an individual, I have my issues with Alex Ross. Excuse me here, but I love his art. However, even if you don't love his art, this book is nothing like his art. I mean, this is not him, not just like one of his painted works. This is so him straying pretty far from what he usually does, or I think it's pretty far for him anyway. Yeah, it's pretty different. It's beautifully colored. This is a book that was done in conjunctions with another publisher, like a book publisher, something Abrams or whatever. I just hate the name Abrams so much, I just going to block the name out. But Marvel, basically, it's interesting. Marvel, in a sense, are farming it out. It's not done by the traditional Marvel offices. And Linrod says, reading material. Just got my FF Omnibus Vol 2 today. Super excited. Oh, good God. FF Omnibus 2, fantastic. That's got to be literally and figuratively. That's fantastic, literally and figuratively. I did it again. That's very, very good. Linrod, that's great stuff, man. You will have some happy reading there. But this book's beautiful. And I like, again, it's a very simplistic but very basic, fun Fantastic Four story carrying virtually no baggage from modern Marvel drivel. It's an old-fashioned story. And I won't show a lot of it because obviously I don't want to spoil or anything. Yeah, because this just came out today. But it's pretty impressive. It's a nice looking book. And again, I know this is Kirby finale, but this book is very, very Kirby. In a sense, it could not have been released on a better day, really. I mean, just a few days after Jack's birthday. And an homage to, comics that Kirby did. It really is that. And more, it's very Kirby-ish. It's a loving tribute to Jack, because I know Ross has the utmost respect for Jack Kirby, and which is, and shows in a lot of his work. And so it's quite a piece of work, and I enjoyed it, and of course love looking at it. I just read it, and like I said, it felt like a classic FF story. It's relatively short, pretty simple for the most part, but it's nice stuff. And I won't show that much from it, obviously, because that wouldn't be right. It just came out. But it's pretty amazing stuff. And like I said, I love the color. The colors are. This is something. I just hope I hope at least every now and then he would do something like this, and just like this, because I'm not going to touch any of the regular Marvel garbage anymore, and I'm never going to buy Fantastic Four on a regular basis anymore. When they brought it back in 2018 after a long absence, even though it was modern Marvel and against my better judgment, I went off and I bought it. And yeah, didn't turn out too well. Didn't turn out too well. In fact, I bought 13 issues. I don't think I have the picture from the inside of the dust cover. I mean, I just found these online. Most of the pictures I couldn't even download. I'm only going to show a few. I don't have that, and I don't have the book in front of me, so I don't even know what you're talking about. I mean, it was on the inside of the dust cover, so I don't really have that available. So, like I say, hopefully, it's new. It's not a cheap book by any stretch of the imagination. It'll run you about 25 plus and 25 and some change. It's a very nice book though. It's very really really slick hardcover, and it's very enjoyable to see. It's so rare to get something with the Fantastic Four that's even palatable these days. That where they look like the freaking Fantastic Four and act like the Fantastic Four. And yes, I know FF starting at number 1 again. It's ridiculous. But this is a great homage to Kirby. Um, I'm just very pleased to see it. And just do one every now and then. Yeah, well, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you, Steve. They've been cutting off the numbers. Oh, let's see. J-Man said, I pre-ordered this, but it's not out till next week, at least in Canada. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, you'll get yours soon. Then I hope, J-Man. Good. I'm glad you're getting it. Like I said, that's why I just wanted to show a couple of bits from it. I don't want to spoil anything, of course, but it's a really good looking book. Came out in the perfect month, right at the tail end of a Jack Kirby month, so that's cool. And I figure since that's the case, and this is the finale, maybe I don't know. Maybe since we're ending Jack Kirby month, maybe we talk a little. I don't know, maybe a little Kirby FF here and there. First, I'll say I've had a lot. Like I said, as I mentioned before, spoilers don't bother me anyway. I assume the only spoiler is that it's awesome. I really liked it a lot. I really enjoyed it. Chuck Lee, what's up? Good to see you, Chuck Lee. I was as an a lover of the FF, to see a loving tribute like that. I really enjoyed it. Yes, as Minimus mentioned, there was a slipcase, expensive ass version. Now I got the plebe version, but that's okay. The plebe version will do. Because also there was a $75 signed edition at Comic Con. A friend of mine offered to buy it and send it to me but I didn't want to shell it out for it. This will do. And if Ross will do another one again someday, hopefully soon. I know he's slow; it takes a while. That's along the similar lines. I'd be grateful. I'd be down with that big time. But we'll see. Even to get something like this, just so it's just rare. But I don't know. J-Man asks, do you think if Kirby had been alive during the start of the MCU, he would have had cameos like Stan? I think he probably would have had a few. Yes, I think if he would have gotten a cameo or two, maybe, especially after 2013, if he had lived that long and his health allowed. J-Man, I think he would have gotten a couple for sure. Now, maybe not as many as Stan, of course. And that's one of the things that just aggravates me. So every single Stan cameo should involve Kirby. He stands, as far as I'm concerned, if Stan should have been wearing a Kirby shirt, or should have been mentioning Kirby, showing something to do with Kirby in every single scene that Stan was in. Should have been worked in there some way. Barely gets anything, Ragnarok, as much as I can't stand Takiti Woke Titty or whatever his face is, he did put a few things from in Ragnarok. Little crumbs, little bitty nothing crumbs though, it's just really pathetic. So yeah, I think he might have, J-Man. I don't know how many, but he would have had one or two. He had a cameo in an Incredible Hulk episode. Oh dear, oh dear. But let's just hope that this is something that we'll start seeing in the future, where you have a book like this. Mark D, what I'll say, what's up, Twitter? You have a book like this that's farmed out to another publisher, that's done by someone who really cares about the core of where these characters come from and wants to make a beautiful book. And, let's hope we'll see this again sometimes. Yeah, well, absolutely. Chuck Lee should have been really all but maybe the Spider-Man movies. It should have been, So, yeah. Yes, it is, Mark D with AC. What you doing, dude? I'm only showing a few pages here and there because I don't want to spoiler anybody. I know J-Man doesn't care about spoilers, but some people, do. So, so anyway, it's a great looking book, beautiful book, and again, it did not disappoint on the story or the characterization. It was a short story. It was very simple. It was pure FF, and it has almost zero ties to any modern shit at all. Only like a slight little inkling of something, because we don't have to see the kids. There's a Herbie in there. Yeah, Claude says, it'd be fitting if they did a book like this quarterly, fitting indeed. Yeah, the FF, true. I don't know if Ross could keep that kind of schedule, but this was from a story that Marvel rejected many years ago. But so I only hope that we can get this again sometime. And it came on the perfect day, like I said, celebrating the last month of the last day of Kirby month, and this thing is a celebration of Kirby. I mean, this is unlike anything I've ever seen by Alex Ross. Proving that he can do other art than just painting things, which I like the painting stuff. It's fine, but this is comic book art here. So well worth the wait, in my opinion. Like I said, worth the price in my opinion too, because it's a nice hardcover, and also worth the price because you're just not going to get good FF stuff anymore. And Minimus makes another good point. I like the way Sue didn't have a weird haircut and didn't shit all over Reed. Yeah, yeah, yep. They acted like the characters. There's a mention here and there, very slight mention that they have children. They even show the kids like for a brief second. So, which but and I don't want to spoil it because this is a nice reference to a classic story. Full circle indeed, and Mark D. Whenever you read it, man, we got to review it. So I'm not doing a review now, just basically letting everybody know that I really enjoyed it. Thanks to again Big Minimus made it happen. He was able to get him to hold one for me at the comic shop that he's got a folder in, because I don't hold comic. I don't have a folder for. You hadn't had one for many years, so I'm lucky I didn't have to go out and order it, and very happy to get it. So anyway, Kirby month. It was amazing. Had a lot of fun just kind of talking some Jack Kirby stuff. I mean, going down the line, we had tonight's our big, the finale thing, but a couple of the highlights are, of course, the classic comics review of number 51, FF number 51 with Mark D. And I had this was a lot of fun reviewing one of the all-time great comics by Kirby. Minimus joined me for some stories about Jack Kirby on one of our shows, and that was great fun. Just kind of reminiscing about us meeting him and different things like that. Talked a little bit of obscure Kirby bits and pieces and lesser known works and things like that. And that was of course a lot of fun. What's this one here? Did like just a wild card Kirby special thingy. I think that one was, if I remember right there. What is this one? What is this one? What is this one? I did one talking about who is your favorite Kirby creation. That's celebrated Jack's birthday. With the wonderful Purple Valkyrie. Jack would have been 105. That was, of course, this past Sunday. So, had a lot of fun. Just celebrating the King of Comics, and I'll do it again next year, and who knows, maybe I'll think of a lot more to do. Oh, actually, also celebrate some crazy Kirby visual effects that go with his comics as well. 1 week, and this past Monday night, what did I do? What? Sorry. Where are you? Oh, yeah. And then this past Monday night, I celebrated some of Kirby's work in animation. And Mark D, if you feel like popping in, dude, let me know. No rush. I mean, or no pressure, but if you feel like it. Let's see here. So it's been a crazy month. Celebrating the King. And I intend to do it every year. Well, I did it last year to do it every year. Maybe I'll even do it more in a more organized fashion next year, but I wouldn't count on it, I'm never organized, let's face it. But so tonight, for the finale, since we had like the special FF thing that we got today, I thought maybe, again, we've already reviewed a FF comic this month, but I thought maybe, talk a little bit about some Kirby FF, because this comic that came out that I enjoyed had so much Kirby homage to it. I mean, it was a love letter to Kirby, I thought. Tim Stock. What about it, Kimasabi? How you doing? Hail, Tim Stock. What's up? That's right, the Baxter Building basement, indeed, Phantom Outsider. That's for sure. That's where I live. Yeah. Well, and then we start Star Trek month tomorrow. So, at least on the clubhouse, that is. Which means we'll probably talk about Star Trek. What? I don't know, but it'll be Star Trek and all over the place. For the moment, I mean, obviously, when are we not talking about Star Trek on the clubhouse? But you know what I mean. No one has to be prepare anything for it. But yeah, well, But a week from tomorrow, of course, is Star Trek Day, September 8th, which will sing Happy Birthday to Star Trek. But we have the remaining hours of Jack Kirby month right now, and we should enjoy them. Mark will pop in when he gets a chance, and we'll just talk a little bit of Kirby FF. Chuck Lee asks, "What did you think about Herb Trimpe, comic artist?" I love Trimpe. I love him. There was obviously that maybe I love him just because he was outward with his Jack Kirby influence. But I loved him on Hulk, and and even on stuff like was it Godzilla and other things. At the tiny resolution, the cowboy, guessing it is Ride Kid to the left. Epsu looks like he's wearing a cheese head. Oh, well, he's wearing a yellow hat. If that's what you mean. Thanks, Little Rod. By the way, Phantom says, "Can you believe they did Blazing Saddles yesterday and not one other panel gave a single harumph? Well, shame. Shame on Mark D with a C. Not gave a single harumph." Well, I'm not exactly sure what you mean. Hey, Classic Comics, good to see you. I'm not exactly sure what you mean. Phantom. If you could clarify for me, brother, I would appreciate it. Classic comics. Yeah, I mean, I remember him on Shogun Warriors. And D-Bud, he was his first artist on Hulk. Yeah, and Linrod is a Packer backer. Well, I understand that. Maybe Rawhide's kid was also a cheesehead there. Linrod could be. You never know. He could have come into the future with the Avengers and gone to some Packer games in the 60s when they were really great. Became a fan of Bart Starr and Paul Hornung after he got suspended for gambling, but he came back. Jimmy Taylor and Vince Lombardi and all those guys, and maybe Rawhide Kid went to the Ice Bowl. Although he's a Cowboy, so would he have rooted for the Cowboys? And before Roger Staubach, but it was Don Meredith. But still, I'm wondering. Mark D with AC.
Hello.
Was a man. Oh, it didn't make that sound to rhyme. Song didn't work for me. What's up, dude?
Right. Oh, we didn't get a harumph out of that guy. That's the
what is the harumph deal?
Well, that's we were all very much distracted by Mel Brooks's secretary as the governor.
Dave,
the Blazing Saddles. So
hey, Dave. Oh no, you need some
quotes like we've got to do something. Harumph. And then he's like, I didn't get a harumph out of that guy. Yeah.
Oh, I got you. I wasn't paying. I was not paying attention. I haven't watched it in a long time.
You haven't watched it in a while, right?
I have a Blu-ray though, given to me by Minimus, who was also the superhero today, who had that book held for me.
That's very nice of him. Wow, what a great friend. Yeah, he must have. I can't believe you accepted that.
What?
Minimus got you the fantastic.
He had it held in his folder for me to go pick it up. I mean, in his slot over there because, it is. They let mom. The guy who owns the shop is, I've known him for a long time. He used to buy comics. He used to buy comics for me. And so they were nice enough to let him do that. But he, because if he hadn't, I probably would have had to order it. So.
Yep. Well, I think mine's in the mail.
They didn't even get all their copies. And there is some kind of special Uber edition with like a slipcase and all that shit.
Oh yeah. I ordered the one with the slipcase. I think. Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, they had like a special.
That?
It was like $27 or.
I think the slipcase. Then that was what I paid for the normal one.
Let's see. Let me look up what I
probably
was.
I mean, that one's got to be super duper or expensive.
It was the only one that was available online at Atomic Empire where I order. So let's see. It says your comic book subscription has shipped. Let's see.
I mean, the standard thing is the standard book is what tax ramming got me to 27 buckarooskies.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine the big ultra edition, which is $75 at Comic.
Oh, I didn't get that. Oh, I didn't get that one. No.
The signed. Well, that's the slipcase. This don't have a slipcase.
Oh, doesn't have a slipcase? Yeah.
No, sir. Yeah, shrink wrap.
Let me go check my order here. Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. I mean,
I'm interested. Issue, no, right? just wondering.
So that's what you paid. You probably got this lovely standard edition right here, which is fine with me. I went for the pleb edition.
Either way, it looks pretty nice. Yeah.
It's a nice book. I like it. Let's
see here. Yeah, Claude Parrish says Blazing Saddles pulled me out of the funk back in the 90s. It's a classic movie.
Yeah. Yes, sir, Bob.
So let's see. I went to the website. It says Ms. Marvel, read the comics that inspired the show. Shop now. How about I don't do that? The show actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was. The show was okay. It was a harmless show, but we got She-Hulk coming out tonight too, right? Is that the 3 a.m?
Oh my God, yes.
I'm not staying up for that. I'm not
2 a.m. here. But I'll watch it. I've got to be up anyway, so I may as well.
I mean, the last episode went
all that trouble to make it and everything.
So boring. God.
The show's so bad it sucks, but
we'll see what they do this week.
She-Hulk. Shit-Hulk.
Well, we'll see what we get with the story this week, because the first two have been pretty much just set up, and if nothing happens this week, I mean, and they're half-hour episodes too. So if you want to see some, something happen,
it's half hour.
Yeah,
but 22 minutes.
22 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, she's just complaining the whole time.
Men suck. They should just call the show "Men Suck" and let that men are crap. I hate you all.
I mean, yeah, she's complaining about everything. She's a lawyer that went to college, living in that looked like a house to me. It looked pretty gorgeous. So, I mean, yeah, it sucks losing your job, and
Yeah, she was just destitute.
But I mean, you get turned into one of the most powerful beings on the planet. I'm assuming a She-Hulk, right?
Oh my god.
I mean, that's pretty cool, right? I mean,
it sucks having superpowers and being super strong and everything. Okay, sure. Oh God. Anyway,
so I did get the Fantastic Four Full Circle Slipcase Edition.
How much was that?
Currently sold out $27.99.
How come it's the same price as the normal?
You saved $12, 30% off. Maybe because I have a subscription with them. Maybe I got a deal because I buy.
I thought that thing would be
books.
like really. Okay, I mean I'm fine.
Well, I get it. Let's see. This preview's exclusive limited run of 3,000 copies includes a bonus removable Alex Ross Fantastic Four print and a special slipcase.
And has the same freaking price as the normal.
136 pages, hardcover, full color. Is your book 136 pages?
I didn't count.
Or is it a ton of? No, but it's
a hardcover, and it's not that thick either.
But 136 pages that's a lot of pages.
It doesn't seem like that much.
I wonder if they have.
What did I get robbed or what?
No, I'm just wondering if there's two different editions, or maybe they have maybe the slipcase edition has.
Come in here and find a way to piss all over it, ruin it for me. I'm just kidding.
Maybe they. You're in enough movies
What's going
for me.
on here?
No, I'm just wondering. Maybe they have maybe it's like a special edition with like a behind the scenes, making.
It didn't seem like no 130 some 6 pages to me. Did it seem that way to you, Claude? 136 pages.
Let me Google this and see what. Oh, sorry, search. Kel is watching. Yep.
There's no way it was that many pages. I mean, it's a thin book. I mean, it's a great book. It's a great book.
Someone's got a YouTube video that I'm looking at, and it comes with a slipcase. Yeah. Skim through the video,
and yet it's the normal price.
Yeah, so it's like
it was advertised at $24.95 or whatever, or $25, whatever. Even back when we first heard about it, so.
Yeah, so this looks like the guy's got showing the book. Can't show his YouTube video, but it's like a blue slipcase with a 4 on it. And it's not even a good 4 logo. Why? Come on, you got to do a better 4 on the front. Let's see. Maybe that was a misprint. 136 pages, but
don't understand. I mean, maybe it is. I didn't count the damn pages, but it doesn't seem to me like that. Maybe it is. Yeah. No.
Oh, in the way back, it comes with a limited edition print in the in a plastic folder. So that's the only thing that looks like it's extra.
Yeah, I mean, it's so fine. I'm glad to have it. Hey, Dave Bob, what's up, bud?
Hey, Dave Bob.
Look, it's a really nice book. I'm glad to have it, but as you, I mean, and the format's beautiful, but it didn't seem thick enough to be that many pages. But this is the perfect book to come out the last day of Kirby month and be the FF involved. So it's just, again, this looks beautiful. Pretty, This is unlike anything I've ever seen Alex Ross do before. It's not like the standard stuff. The best thing is they act like the Fantastic Four. They talk and move around like they look like the freaking Fantastic Four. Yes, they put on some special costumes for the Mission into the Negative Zone. It's so Kirby, such a great Kirby homage in terms of the art and the visuals. And it's not like his standard stuff. The colors are incredible. All right, J-Man, take it easy, bro.
Good night, J-Man.
Claude says his looks like less than 40 pages.
Oh, the print looks nice. Oh, there's a print that comes with this one. I'll have to scan that in for you.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. But, I mean, it's fine. I'm fine with getting this. I'm just glad they did the book.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to be that many pages.
It must be, or they'd say each double side. Yeah, it's. It looks like the guy flipped through it. It looks like it's just
double-sided, I guess.
Double-sided, yeah. But this one, the only difference with this one, it comes with the full print special edition bonus print, and then it comes with a slipcase. But big whoop. But
no, that's cool.
I guess, but protects a little bit. I guess.
I heard about the slipcase one, but there was a $75 edition that was signed by Ross at a Comic-Con that I'd heard about, and but I didn't know how much it was, so I had a buddy of mine who happened to be there go check and see how much it was. And like I said, when he found out, he said, "You want me to get it? I'll go buy it. And you can send me the money." And I was like, "Man, I don't think about those $75.
Yeah,
much as I would love it."
Yeah, no, I would have paid $75. I guess this must have just gone to some comic shops. I guess the place that I go to or ship. I don't go to. I'm online with. Must have just had that hardcover with the slipcase, I guess. But it looks like it's just the same, and they threw in that print in there for you.
Yeah,
which is nice, and it looks like a lot of the blacklight.
Maximum
stuff.
Maximum FF is a great book. Yeah, it has a blacklight feel to it.
Does it in some of the? I'm just because the guy was flipping through the book on his YouTube video.
Yeah,
and he did paint this too, which is interesting.
I made sure I didn't load certain pages because it would have kind of gave some stuff away. I just picked out a few,
Yeah, well, it seems like you'd recommend it to everyone, I guess, right? I mean,
if you're an FF fan who's tired of all how horrible they've been handled the past 30 years, and you just want to see something not only that's beautiful, not only something that is an homage to where it started with homage to wonderful Kirby art. It's got a very, Kirby-ish type of an FF story to it. They act like the FF. It doesn't have any of this modern horse hockey in it at all. As they look at them. They look exactly like they're supposed to. Yes, They put on some different uniforms for them to go to. Matthew Pounder. Okay, 63 pages says Minimus.
Yeah, so the description probably was just a typo or error. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe this is an edition floating out there with 136.
It didn't look like it because the guy from YouTube when he flipped through it.
Yeah, it's not like a super thick book or anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's definitely much more than a single comic.
A quick read too.
Yeah. But yeah, with all the graphics,
quick read and a quick Johnny and it's a quick Ben and Sue too.
Yeah.
And Sue looks gorgeous. And everybody looks right out of the 60s.
Right, yeah. Nice.
And that's because as much look, Ross as a person is an imbecile on certain social matters, let's just say. I mean, pathetic. But man, he has every love and respect, and yes, there's her respect there. Every love and respect for the classics versions of all the great characters, and he doesn't like any kind of modernization, screwed up modernizations of the characters. I remember one time after he did the great miniseries Marvels, that's where it kind of put him on the map in the 90s. He did, DC contacted him to do this painting of this poster called with a bunch of the DC characters, just a poster that people jokingly, because of Marvels, they called it DC's,
Yeah.
And it had Kyle Rayner's garbage ass and it had stupid Aquaman with the hook. It had really disgusting versions of characters that I couldn't stand at the time. And I remember I was like, oh man, and he was at this, I saw him at this con. I was like, oh man, this sucks. I hate it's Alex Ross art, but it's crappy. And then I read somewhere later, a few years later, he said, he needed money. He did it. Yeah. He said, but after I did that poster, and then when he started becoming, a name and making decent money, he said, I will never paint Kyle Rayner again because he loves Hal Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Kyle Rayner is poo-poo.
Oh, he's a fantastic artist. Come on. And he had all the power. He contained all the power of the Green Lantern battery, and he saved the Green Lantern Corps. He's the bestest ever.
He sucks.
He was the last Green Lantern for a while.
When he became the only Green Lantern, I hated that so much.
I read all those. Yep.
Garbaggio.
Hey, Cam.
Where? Cam.
Yep.
What's up, Cam? But there's look at such a Kirby look to it and feel to it. Yeah, I love it.
No, it looks great. Yeah. And so is this set in the past, or just can you tell when it's set? I mean, it's not giving away, or is it? No, it's not an origin story. It's just
they say things to make you believe it's sort of like regular modern times, but we both know not really because the minor brief glimpse we get at the kids shows that they're normally young. They're kids, like maybe back when they were very young kids.
Yeah.
Especially Valeria was young. Instead of the way they look now, which is so horrible and embarrassing. The way the kids are now, it's insufferable trash.
Well, they went overboard with the freedom.
What they did the Franklin. Have you seen Franklin? Ugh.
I haven't. Frankly, yeah, they keep changing. Yeah. Just in Valeria is. At first, she was an interesting character, but then they went crazy with the Freedom. No, I want to say Freedom Force. What was the
Freedom Foundation?
Freedom Foundation, and they just it was not a bad idea, but then when they shipped them off, as Phantom was saying, once they once the FF went to once they didn't have the rights anymore, Disney put the kibosh on all the FF stuff. The book was canceled for a while, so they really became third rate. And then so they kind of explained it away. They had this foundation. They were traveling off in the universe, and some kind of a lot of crazy stories. It just got to be too much. It's almost like the kids on Deep Space Nine. You don't want to see once in a blue moon to see them together, but you don't want to see Nog and Cisco's kid together every story, every.
Well, that really got annoying.
Yeah.
That team up between Nob and Jake Nob, as I call him, Nob and Jake, kind of. It wasn't nothing like Wesley level bad, but there were times I was not happy. I was like, get a stop.
It was too much. Once in a while was okay, but
at least it was. The thing is, it wasn't like Wesley, and that they didn't run into the ground either.
Yeah,
but it happened. But yeah. So no.
And they didn't save the day every time either.
Yeah, they weren't. Yeah, you can say what you want about them being annoying. They weren't saving the damn station.
Yeah.
So that's something, I guess. Yeah. Take what you can get. Oh, mother crupper. So, anyway, since this is not only the last day of Kirby month, it's also a big day for, again, like I said, a big day for the Fantastic Four because of this. So, which brings me to Kirby Fantastic Four a little bit. We remember when we on the Global Geek Gang we celebrated on August 8th, 2021. We celebrated the 60th anniversary.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, remember that. Yeah.
So that's you can only celebrate the FF. So 62 years.
Wow.
Fantastic Four, the first family of Marvel Comics. This book should have come out last year, actually, because I'm 62. Let's be 61 years, right? See, I can't count.
You can't. That's all right. Yeah.
But
math is hard.
It is true. That is for sure.
Jill's not here to do the math for us. Yep.
Yeah. No. And we need her. We need Jill.
But there's so many great comics, and then I didn't, of course, when I started collecting or reading, I was past the Kirby era. 77 was when I first started getting into superhero comics, when Grandpa was bringing them back for me from the newsstand next to where he worked as a taxi cab dispatcher. So, you'd bring me back FF. I think probably was what was it, World's Greatest Comic.
Marvel's Greatest Comics was the reprint book.
Yeah, so that was probably my first exposure to Kirby. And then I told everyone years later, I love the when the Thing gets kidnapped and he has to fight Torgo. It's almost like a piece of the action where like on that gangster planet where they kidnap him and he's got to fight. And it's in the 90s, I think 90, 91, 92, 90, something like that.
Yeah.
And as I was trying to put together, when I got more serious about collecting,
maybe
92, something around there. And I was trying to, get some of my issues. I'm like, and I'm looking at them, like, reading what the issue numbers are, and I'm like, but I have that I have that whole run where I had that as a kid. Why is it not under? I'm looking for it. Crap, where it disappeared. And then I realized I had the reprints. And then of course I bought the originals then. But you're looking for, you got all your long boxes. You're like, son of a bitch, where did that go?
Dave was 4 when it came out.
Right?
He was 4 when the Fantastic Four came out. Wow.
Yep.
Ain't that something? Yeah. Didn't they do a Marvel 2-in-1 like sequel to that comic?
To that with I think at one point,
with that Doc Savage.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember now. Vaguely.
Remember they had Doc Savage in an issue of Marvel 2-in-1. It was sort of like it was a sequel to that FF with Torgo on it.
Vaguely.
When I say Torgo, I don't mean the Torgo from. I don't mean the Torgo from what's it, Manos: The Hints of Fate.
No, yeah, different Torgo. Yeah, it's a big robot, kind of like a gray, almost like I don't want to say the Destroyer, but like the armor was the same color.
Well, I think you mean this guy. I think you mean him.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and the thing had that chain, the thing around his neck. Yep, the millstone. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a very very cool Kirby creation. Yep.
Oh yeah. The was it around that time? And that good. It was a great issue. That was around the time toward his last year or two at Marvel. He was really knowing he wasn't gonna stay. It's been talked about much that he kind of started. He was still drawing it, and his art was just incredible. But he was holding back on some of his ideas. If you read some of the stories, it kind of, he wasn't putting a lot of. He was saving, because he figured he wanted to own his own ideas.
Yeah.
So he was kind of holding some of that stuff back a little bit because he figured why keep giving this stuff away? But when he's saving it for some other things, so you kind of. But still, it was great stuff.
Oh yeah. I was looking up Torgo for pictures, and then oh no, a pop came up. Torgo the pop from Manos: The Hands of Fate.
Oh, a pop from that one?
Yeah, from Torgo. That's why they made a Torgo pop from Manos: The Hands of Fate. Oh wow. My God.
Trevor Cunningham. Hello, Trevor Cunningham. Welcome. Good to see you. Let's see. Trevor Cunningham says, as a 70s kid, Kirby came later for me, but it was through the FF. I grew up on Ross Spider-Man and Burn X-Men. Love Kirby more now that I'm older. You would hear that. You hear that quite a bit, Trevor. And again, I hear you. I was born in '64. I was able to. It was the '70s by the time I was able to buy comics, obviously. So I'm a Bronze Age baby in that sense.
Yep.
But you had your, like you just mentioned, Marvel's Greatest Comics reprints. And by the way, I love Torgo from Menace and Thanos. The Hands of Fate is one of the greatest characters ever lived.
Right? Yeah. That's for sure. Yep.
And I love this issue. We talked about it.
I just reread that. Yeah.
Did you really? They adapt. Yeah. Hey, Oliver Belamonte, good to see you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. They adapted this for the second season of the opening of the second season of the FF cartoon the good one, the great second season of the 90s FF cartoon when they fixed it from that terrible first season. They had this story, and man, was it great.
No, it was really good. Then you knew it was.
Now they changed a few things from the story, but my God, it's so good, and it was so cool having Daredevil in there.
Yeah, I was almost late to my wedding because I was watching FF cartoons. My buddies and I, we had, you rented a place. We were in a like a little townhouse. It was like a condo, so we're all staying. A bunch of our friends are staying there before the wedding, and I'm like watching the cartoon, getting dressed because it was on Saturday. It was Saturday mornings or whatever. Like, gotta be late for the wedding. I'm like, yeah, but I gotta finish the FF. Like, my friend turned it off. He's like, get the hell out of here. Going to the church now. So it was worth it, but yeah.
Oliver, I have an answer for you. Oliver says, Bobby Mark, which was the best Fantastic Four cartoon intro? The Hanna-Barbera 67, FF7 1978, the new FF, or the 94 version? Well, the 94 version, I assume you mean
the second one.
The second of the season 2 that we were just talking about, the 94 version, is easily the greatest because that song was very cringy in that first season. But this one here, because it used Kirby art.
We're not going to sing the first season song?
I could cut your mic. No, if you want me to do it,
No.
I'll do it if you want me to.
They didn't sound like something
On an
cheesy.
outer space adventure, they were hit by cosmic rays. Mark Lurs, Seth, hello there. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do it.
yeah. That was a good start. Yeah.
It was so stupid. Oh my god! But this one is the best one, in my opinion.
Yep.
See, I couldn't listen. The FF had a cartoon back in the 2000s that was pretty good and had a good intro music. If you're talking about that one where they had the anime looking and they had those white outfits, I hated that one. Classic Comics. I mean, I respect if you liked it, but I couldn't stand that one. I thought that was terrible.
I mean,
this was the best.
Yeah, the first one. There's some charm about that original FF
cartoon.
The
original, yeah. Oh yeah.
But the it's the animation is just so terrible. I mean, it's there's no motion to it. I mean, the stories weren't bad. It was fun for what it was. But yeah, then they had the the one with what was the one with Herbie? That was, what year was that? That was the late 70s. Late 70s one, yeah. So
I'm not sure what it was called. It was called the New Fantastic Force he was talking about, or something. I don't know. It was shite is what it was, but
yeah, it wasn't that. 78, thank you, Chris.
78?
78, yeah.
Yeah, that was wow.
I mean, something we can't play, unfortunately, but the
opening diaper dribble. But yeah, the one to the 67 cartoons is pretty cool. I used to play that all the time. It was my opening music, or part of my opening, all my sound bites and stuff for my BTR show.
Yep.
It's got all the sound effects and stuff. Wah, 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 wah. Man, I love it. So, even though this is not technically Kirby, what I'm about to show, it's still Fantastic Four. Yeah, Dick Clark was the fifth member of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Classic Comics was a 2006 cartoon. That was good. I personally didn't like it, Classic Comics, but hey, that's cool. A lot of people, you're not alone. I'm sure a lot of people like it. I just can't get past the way it looks, and I need my FF to look like my FF. But that's just me. Everyone's different.
And Fred and Barney Meet the Thing does not count as an FF cartoon.
No. Or I will have to use the agonizer on you.
Yeah.
So, even though it's not FF, this was my introduction to the FF was right here. Power Records. Booking Records. This is a reprint of Fantastic Four 126. Of course, I didn't know that. All I know is I listened to that record over and over again and read that book over and over again, was just mesmerized. It's, of course, a John Buscema reproduction of the FF #1 cover, with the episode was called The Way It Began, and the FF was retelling the origin. And, of course, the back covers for ads for the superhero was so damn cool. Superhero Booking Records.
Yep.
So, love it.
No, that's it brings back some fond memories, right?
How about that cartoon where the Thing was a kid who used magic ring to change? That's what we were just talking. Funny you mentioned that.
Thing ring.
Classic Comics. It's that's pretty painful.
And for a while, I forgot. Yeah, for a while I forgot that existed. And there used to be a website. Of course, you can find everything, but it had like every cartoon ever made. And the site went down, but I'm like, later on in life, I'm like, that really didn't exist, did it? That was just a bad memory from my youth. And yeah, sure enough, I found it. And then one of the shows was the Incredible New Shmoo. It was like Fred and Barney meet the Incredible New Shmoo with the thing. You're looking it up, and and how cheesy is that? Thing ring, do your thing. Couldn't they come up with a better slogan?
Linrod, the booking records, there were 45, but there were some albums that had just records with no books, no comics, that were 33s. And of course, we had that little record player and played it over and over again. Yep. Oh, man.
Wore that sucker out, probably, right? Yep.
Yeah. Also, apparently, Classic Comics was also this intro to the FF. Cool. So, yeah, it's. But I'd take Thing Ring, do your thing any day over Seth Rogen playing Ben.
I hope they don't pick Seth Rogen. Yeah.
I hope they do, to be honest, because see, this movie's dead on arrival anyway because of one thing: who's not running it? Who's not calling the shots? So if I'm not calling the shots, it's not a legitimate Fantastic Four movie. So I hope they make it as bad as we expect.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks I'm going to be mad. I love people. Look, they think maybe I'm predictable to you all. And everyone thinks he's going to be so pissed. He's going to bitch and yell. And yeah, it's true. Venom Mister was a radio show, which you can find. Bill Murray. Everyone thinks he's going to go scream down, like we'll hear him go rant. And so I always just play along because I don't want to disappoint anybody. Go, yeah, throw that. To be honest with you, I hope they do it. I hope they make make the things instead of orange rocks, they're fuchsia colored rocks, and there's and Benjamina Grimm is a female, not a female.
Well, we will get the she thing. Well, maybe we'll get Sharon Ventura.
Just the Sharon Ventura. Yeah, there you go.
Just have Sharon Ventura. Just have Sharon
Ventura, but she's non-binary, and they let Seth Rogen do the voice, and I'll just laugh my ass off. I'm going to laugh at this thing no matter what happens, because it's going to be garbage. They're going to change stuff. It's not the FF. There's no way it'll be good. People say, well, you never know. It could be. I didn't say couldn't be. I said it won't be because of who's running it. Kevin Feige is a moron and a jagoff, and he doesn't care about this stuff. So I hope it's just. I just say since they're not even going to make an effort to make it close to the FF, I say go the other way. Go completely the other way and really make it embarrassing. And then watch nobody go see your stupid shit. How about that? Because what was that guy that played John Krasinski or whatever that played him in the stupid Doctor Strange movie?
Well, he wasn't bad. That was fan casting.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine that they let fans cast that, but they won't do that for this. And
they knew they did that.
Yeah, I mean,
and they did that to. Now they don't have to cast them, So it's you knew once they did that they're not going to bring them back to the regular universe. So.
One of them is going to have a sex change or something like that. We all know there will be racist change and all that stuff, and just won't be the FF. So, the
most important thing is probably going to be a horrible story. It'll probably screw up the story.
Well, that's not the most important thing. You got to get the visuals. You got to get them right first, because let's say they got them all really right and they look good and they were all ready to go, and the story fell short a little bit. That would be one thing. I'd be like, okay, could have had a better story.
Well, we got that in the first two movies. I would say,
Trevor Cunningham. Trevor Cunningham. I think that's true. I don't know about doing the voice, but the guy playing Jack Reacher looks like Ben Grimm before he turns into the thing. Ben Grimm is not supposed to look like a frumpy little Michael Chiklis, even though I like Michael Chiklis first. He's not supposed to look like a dumpy little Seth Rogen. He's supposed to look like a big muscle-bound, like a big, fit, big, football player type. But
big man on campus type.
Big man on campus is what Ben Grimm was. He was that, and it's.
Oh, the other person we forgot who could be in the movie is Ms. Thing too, Darla Deering. Don't forget her, and she was using the Thing's exoskeleton suit with the helmet. So you must have read all her issues, right?
I wasn't reading that crap.
She was dating Scott Lang, the Ant-Man. Yep.
I wasn't reading that crap when it came out. I was way gone. They chased me off of that title way before all that.
I know.
Yeah. Sounds like Tom DeFalco nonsense. If you ask me, was it Englehart? Who knows? Who was it? DeFalco?
And then the kicker is that you know how Darla puts the suit on. It's like in a pair of rings. What is she? You know what she does when she puts the suit on?
No.
Thing ring, do your thing. I shit you not in the comics.
Did DeFalco write that garbage?
I hope it wasn't DeFalco. I can't remember what the issues were, but yeah,
Sounds
it was. Yeah. So they actually copied that, as Chris Perger saying. Why don't you just say it's clobbering time and bash the rings together?
Yeah. Well, there you go. It's going to be pile of garbage. It won't be the real FF. So yeah, they do it seriously. I'm not. I hate to disappoint people by not like being outraged by it, but at this point, what don't we all know what they're doing. So there's nothing shocking, right? I mean,
no, yeah, it's just changing things up for the sake of changing things up. So it's it's
change
just
for change's sake. Yeah, I should say it's a good point.
when you don't need to do it. It's
right. It's just I don't know, and it won't be. It'll have no homage to Kirby. And I don't know how they're going to fit Stan in there, but they'll put his picture in there. They'll probably do something really ghoulish, like animate him or some crap, whatever. I don't even know. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, but they should get Kirby. They got to get Kirby in there.
By the way, I misspoke. That comic was my first comic book exposure to the Fantastic Four. My first exposure to the Fantastic Four was this cartoon.
The book. Oh, the cartoon. Yeah. That's probably the first thing I saw too, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me, yeah.
FF 85, the last comic I bought before moving to North Carolina. Whoa.
Northern California, right?
Wow. What did you say?
I thought you said Carolina. I think you said Carolina. I don't know. Maybe you said Carolina.
California. I did probably, but it's actually California. Sorry, David. So this was my first exposure. It was the 67 cartoon. And, I was 3 years old or whatever. Yeah. But I saw this. It's Clobberin time. That voice of Paul Frees saying,
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty spectacular. That cartoon. I remember recommendation. I know I'm not supposed to recommend stuff, but sometimes I do.
Yeah.
You want to read a great book about the Fantastic Four, folks. And you can still find this online somewhere. This is actually, even though it's trade paperback form, the Great Tomorrows Publishing made this book called Lee Kirby, The Wonder Years. It chronicles a lot of stuff about the men themselves leading up to it. And then it have a great chronicle of every single issue and what was going on at Marvel at the time. It's very thorough. It's really cool. It's considered to be an issue of the Jack Kirby Collector. It's actually numbered that. And if you want to learn about that classic run of the Fantastic Four, then that is the book for you. That's the book you got to track down. I think they still have it at the site. And if you want to see my,
is it a huge book, or is it just
pretty decent size trade paperback? There's my FF in my Fantastic car.
I got that.
I got two of those.
Ben
Grime. Yeah, he did.
I should hang that up for the. I should hang that up from the ceiling. Yeah.
What's better?
The Fantastic.
So, Bobby, which lineup is better with Johnny or Kirby? Yeah, I think you probably know how it would be voting on that one, Classic Comics. But thanks for the question. Oh my goodness, we got a lady here. All right, guys. All right, behave yourselves.
Everyone sucking their guts.
Yeah, sucking the guts for the Ghostbusters. Lovely Sherry, beautiful girl. What is up with you? Thank you for popping in. It's always wonderful to see you. I hope you are doing well. All right, Cam, be good, brother. Has to run. Good to see you. Take care, Kimasabi.
Have a great night.
Yes, indeedishness. But yeah, that cartoon would have been it. I mean, I remember our mom. We would run around trying to act like the Thing. I would run around going or something like I barely could speak it or whatever. And she called him the rock-eyed ape. He does look like an ape.
Kind of ape-like in some of the iterations, yeah.
Yeah, he looked terrible in the first season of that 90s one too. Of course, he looked bad on I don't know if he almost looked as bad, and they had less excuse because it was 10 years later on that stupid Fred and Barney Meet the Thing, the Thing Ring thing. He looked maybe I don't know if he looked worse on that one or the old one. It's tough to say.
I think Fred and Barney, because it was so ridiculous. I mean,
Well, that was a piece of
the original one wasn't like his lips. I mean, it looked like he had these crazy lips. It was just ridiculous.
Yes, that was bad.
Yeah, it was really.
See, the Fred and Barney thing. I mean, that's the kind of thing. Pardon the pun, where an ass should have got kicked. I mean, someone should probably still track down the individuals or the people responsible for making that cartoon happen. I don't care if it's at an old folks home or what. You walk up to him, and if he's in an old folks home, I know you can't do much, but you can at least like wee in his coffee or something. I don't know.
Can't do that, Clobberin.
Piss in his
He's in a nursing home.
Can't do that. Does he not still deserve punishment? I mean, let's be honest.
Well, at least an agonizer.
Oh yeah. All right, that's fair enough. Damn, this thing don't let me. Hey, Das Wolfen. Hey there, man. It's hard to get the limit of pictures. Shit.
Oh, we got to delete some. Yep.
Says, what the real problem is? Fred and Barney Meet the Thing was? Yeah, I know. I don't think they ever met the Thing. That is also true. That is it. Come to think of it. That is a fair point. That's a fair call. They never met. Fred and Barney never once teamed up with the Thing. Right? Am I right?
Yeah, no, it was just separate. They had silly separate half-hour shows, but it was called like an action hour they had back in the day, or different hours. So crazy stuff that they would do back then. Like, it was a different.
But in the comic ads, it said Fred and Barney Meet the Thing.
Yeah. Or sometimes they'd have like little segues between the shows with the characters, but it wasn't really part of the show, part of the cartoon where they would like, it was like more like a commercial or something. So
now,
really
Chris Persia, you should be ashamed of yourself. I would not do that. I wouldn't do it, but I would think about it.
You would steal his Jello.
I might steal his Jello and eat it in front of him.
Not tip it in the trash can. We don't waste perfectly good Jello.
Yeah, we don't waste Jello. Round up and So yeah, I might just do that. I might take his Jello and say, "This is for all those kids that suffered in 1970, whatever, when you made Fred and Barney Meet the Thing, and they didn't even meet. If they met, maybe it would have been better, but I don't even think that would work." Oliver says the 1994 Toy Biz toys were much better than the 2022 Hasbro re-release version. At least in '94, they brought the Thing in undercover disguise.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I have all those toy. Yeah, I got the Toy Biz villains. All those are. I still got all mine. Those are great.
Yeah, those are good stuff. Yep, I got a ton of those, and someone brought a whole like 2 or 3 boxes of those to sell at the comic book shop. And the owner's like, he's like, I saved them for you. He's like, what do you, the box is $50 or whatever. Do you want them all? It was like every toy. I showed him on either your show or my show one night. I can't remember. Global Geek Gang, like pretty much every FF toy back from the day for characters I forgot they had done. And it's a shame. I wish I had a bigger office or a TARDIS because you can't display them all. So someday I'll have as much as I love this little space, it'd be nice. I'm out of wall space. I keep looking for places to sneak action figures in. So,
Eastland Burkholder, been a coon's age, bud. Good to see you.
Yeah.
No gel crimes, please. Yeah.
Pudding pops are good.
Says, I was just scanning the episode description of the Thing cartoon, and there is no mention of Fred and Barney. No, in the ads in the comic books, that's Wolfen. It was a special. It was a show. It was called Fred and Barney Meet the Thing because it was an hour. It was like an hour block thingy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fred and Barney would be on their show, and it was fake advertising basically.
Sidney Warren. Yeah, it was fake advertising. It was they said, Clobby, would you give the old man a swirly at least? I don't know. I might. He might deserve it. I might say look. Okay, about that Fred, about that Thing ring, do your thing business. If you tell me who came up with it, I'll leave you alone. I want a name. It'd be like I'm interrogating him. I got a big put a light on his face, and it's like I want a name. Give me a name. Give me a name, and I'll leave. And he no. Who came up with it? Who? Swear to me. Where's the trigger? And all that stuff. And so, if he confesses that he came up with it, it was me. All right, man. I was an advertiser. Look, I thought they said we can't use the rest of the Fantastic Four, but we could use the Thing. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool if a little kid could turn into the Thing?
Yeah,
like you're admitting it right now. Is what you're doing. Yeah, man. I'm sorry. I might be in trouble because I may have to do something to him. For the good of mankind, I may have to I can't say what I would do because it would get me in trouble on YouTube. But I may have to, maybe a swirly, okay. Or I might just I'd probably let him off because he's so old. Or I might call Captain Time Lord Spock and ask him if I can use his time machine because I know he has one. And let me go back in time now that I know who did it. And right when go to that production meeting where this all came together, and I may have to be like the Terminator, except of course it won't be. I'll go in there with like a paint gun, just start whacking people in the heads with paint, hit them with paint guns in the head and stuff, and scare them. They think I'm like really a robot from the future coming to destroy them. I'm just scaring them, and it might change the show. I may interfere with the course of human history to save the universe from Thing Ring, do your thing, because that should never even be in anyone's. No one should ever say that ever.
Yeah.
They used to do with a lot of cartoons back in the day, putting together. That's right, they did.
Yeah, and then it got expanded.
He's going to say John Byrne. I'll go after Boyd next then.
And then unfortunately, my memory was correct there. That the new Shmoo episodes and broadcast under the new title, God. Fred and Barty Meet the Shmoo. So it's like, who thought that was a good idea? It didn't really happen, did it? So and
they didn't meet the Shmoo either. Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, they never. Yeah, that was from Little Abner.
And by the way, that Fred and Barney cartoon wasn't any good either. It wasn't like it was the old episodes of Flintstones, right?
It's been so long. I think it was
new cartoon.
Yeah, it was new. Yeah, but it was. It didn't have Pebbles and Bam Bam grown up.
I don't know.
They changed it up, I guess. I don't remember now. But
Apollonie's been in.
Hello.
Good to see you. Perspersion says, McClobby, even though he's a Time Lord, Spock already knew how to use the sun to slingshot through time. Whatever it takes. If I can't borrow his TARDIS, I'll go back somehow and I will stop Thing Ring, do your thing from ever being a thing. Because it must be it must be wiped from all of existence. Even if it does create a parallel timeline, at least we won't have to live in it. We'll never know what happened. Theoretically, I hope so. Yep. I'm gonna have to consult with Captain Time Lord Spock on this and see what he thinks.
Right?
Yep.
Time travel. Open up that whole can of worms.
Time travel. Jack, man, I'm sad that Kirby month is ending right now. I'm ending this month, buddy. But you know what? Jack's got my back. It's got all our backs.
Yep.
Because he was the man, not Stan. And it rhymed. See?
There you go. You got it. Great imaginations we're talking about before. Yeah,
just parallel. Yep, a parallel time where Stan Lee never got to Hollywood to pitch a Human Torch movie. Therefore, the new Fantastic Four didn't have Herbie. That would work too. Even though Kirby created Herbie, it's still,
Well, Herbie's not bad, but you don't want him replacing the Torch in a cartoon. I mean, a couple episodes of Herbie, a couple scenes of Herbie here and there are okay, but not not like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Not good. Ingy.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do? They don't listen to us. They don't listen to fans. No. They never have. Never did they listen to freaking fans of anything.
Yeah.
So What are you gonna do? Oh dear.
Well, you know what's in theaters tomorrow? In my way, I don't know if it's Jaws is going to be back in movie theaters.
Oh, I know. Oh man, I want to go too, but
I don't know if I have time.
But I mean, you can if you're gonna miss the show. But we understand.
No. I mean, just I got a ton of stuff going on.
Just tomorrow night.
Hopefully, it's not just tomorrow. I've never seen it in the movie theater.
Oh man, I saw it.
I was too young to see it.
I know, I'm old. Andy Masterson, what is up, Kimasabi?
Hey, Andy.
Good to see you. Oh yeah, I mean that's one of my fondest movie memories was seeing Jaws in the theater and sitting like a idiot. Since there weren't that many seats, and we were all over the place. I don't know where my parents sat, but my brothers and my cousins and I sat on the front row, like a dumbasses. And
you must have been scared shitless.
When you're kids, yeah, because there's a scene when when what's his face's head pops out of this boat. When Hooper
everyone
finds
screamed,
it. Yeah. My cousin spilled this Coke all over me. Boom! I got. Yeah, I mean, we all jumped.
Oh yeah.
And my God, just fell in love with that movie. It's one of the greatest movies ever made. And you know what's playing this weekend, don't you?
Well, is it
this weekend or next? Wrath of Khan.
Wrath of Khan. I got to do a video teaser.
Is that this weekend?
Yeah. So Jaws is tomorrow. I don't know if it's more than one night. But say I'm doing a pig roast.
That's an AMC thing.
So. AMC, yeah. AMC is Wrath of Khan. So where is it AMC? Oh no, AMC was Jaws. No, sorry, AMC was Jaws.
AMC's Jaws. Wrath of Khan is the Fathom of
fourth. It's the 4th, the 5th, and the 8th.
Which is what? Oh, the Wrath of Khan.
Yeah. Oh crud, that's on a Thursday.
I'm gonna go Sunday.
Yeah, I can't go Sunday because I got too much stuff going on Sunday. I got. I don't think I can. I got to try to. Well, maybe I can. So I'm doing a pig roast for like 200 people on Monday, so I'm kind of busy.
Wow. Let me see what time the times are for Sunday. I'm gonna see me some Wrath of Khan Sunday. My son and I will definitely go.
There's a 3 and a 7
4
in my
o'clock,
area.
7 o'clock. Yes, sir. Bob.
Nice.
Clobby Mark. You saw the 95 Spider-Man animated series where the episode Secret Wars allowed Spider-Man to bring the F4. Laughed when the Thing was about to clobber Spider-Man. It's funny you mentioned that, Oliver Belamonte, because I used to watch that show sporadically in the 90s. It was Saturday mornings, so I was again raising kids and working on Saturday mornings all the time. I watched it, and of course I liked it sometimes, but I didn't watch it all that much. And then just this past week, I finished binge watching all of it. Because it was for the first time all the way through. And I remember even back then when I saw that Secret Wars was really terrible. Let's be honest, the original Secret Wars comic book is garbage. But that was so bad that I liked the show up until the last 2 seasons. But I'm planning to do a review overview of that cartoon soon. I don't know who I'm going to get to do it with me. Whoever's watched it more recently, I don't know. But Jesus Christ, that garbage is a Secret Wars thing. It was so stupid. Oh God, there's so much stupid shite in it. My God, man. So I don't know. I'll find someone who wants. I think Nick said something about it. I'm not gonna tell anybody to go waste their time binging and all, but if they do, I just needed to binge something. And I thought that I said, I watched all that before. In a row. It's been so long. Because even if I did watch them all, it's 30-something years ago. I won't remember it, so let me go. It'll be fun. And it was fun, by the way. It was totally fun. It didn't even take long. But it's like 60-something episodes, like 65 maybe, even though it lasted 5 years. But
yeah, some of that wasn't
some
bad.
Good stuff. They made a lot of mistakes, too, though. He got a lot of shit backwards.
But as a kid watching it,
before Green Goblin was stupid.
Yeah. But, as a kid watching it, it didn't read, I've read a ton of the comics, obviously, but, I could see for other kids who had never read the comics and it was just a part of the, Saturday morning stuff. And it would definitely help keep the character popular too. So, but yeah, you're right. As a comic book, person, they screwed up a lot of things, but I think people really, ended up really enjoying the show though. Overall, I think people, and the normies loved it. So sold a lot of toys.
JT Kirk asks us, did you guys go to see the non-canon, non-prequel, non-Lord of the Rings storyline streaming service for Amazon in the theaters. I did not. I have every respect for Lord of the Rings. I'm never like a big fan of the. I mean, probably read the books back in the '80s, I think, or at least a couple of them. Maybe not even all of them. Maybe the Hobbit and a couple others. I really do like the Jackson movies for the most part. The first series, not the Hobbit ones. But I have every respect for it, and I really feel bad for all of our dear friends who are dreading what that looks like, a big mess and a big cluster. It looks terrible to a lot of people who know what they're talking about with the Lord of the Rings, especially people more knowledgeable than I on the subject. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. What about you, J2 Kirk? Are you a fan of that? Are you a big?
No, he's because I posted the Weird Al song. I'd rather jump naked in a huge pile of thumbtacks or stick my nostrils together with crazy glue. I'd rather dive into a swimming pool full of double-edged razor blades than spend another minute with you.
I love that song.
Yeah, that's one of the all-time classics.
One of my favorite songs. What's one of my favorite Weird Al songs? Yeah. So let's see.
So he says we're on the same page. Yeah.
On a huge pile of thumbtacks. Or stick my nostrils together with crazy glue. I love that. Sorry, I love that song.
Don't try that at home, kids.
Yes. But someone else had a question. Oh, Das Wolfen says, I am going to see the extended version of Spider-Man No Way Home on Saturday because it's $3 at my local theater for National Cinema Day. Well, it's a fair cop. Don't blame me at all.
Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Get out of the heat. Get a nice air-conditioned theater.
With a clear mind and even only a little knowledge about the origin token is one of the same. Yeah. I can't get into it anyway. I probably wouldn't even have watched the show, even if everyone. It's not the kind of show I probably would have watched. To be honest,
that's not your
my
bag.
Right. If people who I would be happy for fans if they were getting the show they want though, but I'm not even sure even still I would watch it. I didn't even watch those Hobbit ones. I just watched the first series, but yeah.
But you didn't watch. You didn't watch Game of Thrones either, so
no, sir.
Most people love that show until it jumped the shark at the end, obviously. But that was must-watch TV on Sunday night for many a year. Watch that show.
It was. Many people loved it. I had at the time when it was in its heyday of popularity, where a place I was working, we got this new this lady had been put in charge of our section that I worked at the place I worked. And she was cool. She was trying to relate. I mean, we had issues here and there, but she was she was sweet in some ways, and we talked and stuff. And I guess she kept saying, I need you," because we talk. She liked hear me talk about geek stuff. She wasn't really into geek stuff that much, but we got to, we had fun conversations about stuff. So she got it into her head that she needed me to watch Game of Thrones. I said, "What do you want me to watch it for?" Because I want to talk to you about it. I said, "Well, we got plenty. I can find some people around here who watch it all the time. You can talk to about it, but I want you to watch it." Well, I said, "I don't want to. You ordering me to? Are you the boss here?" But I said, and she said, "What if I did?" I said, "I wouldn't do it. I still wouldn't do it. I'm not watching it. I just didn't feel like it." And I was teasing her. I was kind of messing with her too. I'm like, "Oh my God, I don't know why." But she was she's half kidding. It's just. Every time she come in on a Monday, I want to talk about that with you. You don't watch it. I want you to watch it. She teased. So no, I just don't. I mean, look, it's a water cooler show. There must be plenty. You got 100-something people that work here. I'm sure you find somebody that's watching the damn thing. Because it is part of the fun.
You want to talk about it. With your friends, you want to have things in common. Like I've seen a lot of my buddies who all love Star Trek, a lot of the same things, but certain people like certain movies, or and certain things they didn't like. But you could never, or you finally get the person to watch it, whatever you're trying to get them to watch, like, you're going to love this. And sometimes you think your buddy would just say, "Oh, that sucked," just to piss you off, even though maybe they did like it. You can't, because you want to be validated. We're human, right? Everyone's human. You want to be validated by.
Oh, no, look, I got you. I mean, I understand. And then nothing, it's not even really anything against it. It's just not my kind of my bag or whatever,
Like Buckaroo Banzai, right?
I love that movie.
Yeah, but not everyone's going to love Buckaroo Banzai, right?
No.
I mean, so if you tell, I'm just picking that out of a hat, I'm trying to remember a movie, you got to watch that, Joe, you got to watch it. You're going to all right, we're going to watch it tonight. And Joe's like, "Yeah, I don't want to watch this. It looks really crazy." And then maybe he kind of likes it, but at the end of the movie, he's going to be like, "It sucked. I don't like it. Why'd you make me watch that?"
Well, that's why I generally don't try to tell people to watch anything or not watch anything. I might.
Yeah.
Sometimes I screw up and make a recommendation. I usually always regret it. Not always, but so I usually just try to keep it to a. Hey, I thought this was really good. Maybe you will too. Maybe not. Or I thought this sucked, but maybe you don't agree.
Yeah.
I'm
just picking
to do an out of the theater reaction to Lord of the Rings of Power in about 20 minutes from now.
Okay.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. I'll watch that. So that's where he is now?
Did he have James Olmos on tonight, too?
Did. Who didn't like Buckaroo Banzai apart from the great? Yeah, I don't know about the answer. I don't know who he's talking about. But
I was just picking, like, I'm trying to pick up a quirky.
But, yeah.
It's a quirky movie. Yeah, no, I love the movie. But yeah, just, if, like, my
As-
mom would not have liked Buckaroo Banzai.
So- I guess after his almost show, he went to the theater.
Busy night.
Yeah, I mean, he had a so yeah. What's the deal? What's the deal with that? Was it a D-Bud? What's the deal? He did he do an almost show tonight? I know Loki was involved in it somehow.
Yeah,
I didn't get to see it. I know it was good. I didn't get to wrench for him either because I was busy.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to head over. I wanted to. I'll watch it probably during the day tomorrow sometime. Rerun it. Yeah,
Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins, says Brian Hepburn. There's a movie a lot of people really liked a lot that I didn't care much for in the theater, and then I watched it later and enjoyed it more. And I did see it in the theater in '85 when it came out. Cool movie though. Yeah. Paulie went to the theater afterwards with Chris Gore. Okay. Well, I figured he was going with Chris Gore, but I just, oh well. Must be close by. So there you go. He's going to go watch. He's going to go watch it, and he'll give a.
Do they pay you to go see it, or you have to pay?
I don't think so. I think Gordon got him in there. Yeah,
it's a screen. It's a screening. Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
no,
like I can't go.
I think it's a national release for the one.
Oh, you could go to the kind of like what they did with that great Inhumans TV show that was so fantastic when they had the IMAX preview of the Inhumans. You could.
I don't know. Let's ask D-Bud. Is it the first episode that they're just showing at theaters or something, D-Bud, or what's the deal? Or a couple of episodes, maybe? I don't know. He'll tell us. I love that. I love how that movie is supposed to be based on a gritty pulp novel, The Destroyer. It turns out to be an almost action comedy. Yeah, it was. True. Yes, Mexican Iron Man. Couldn't get Paulie to watch P Hard. Yeah, well, I'm happy for Paulie on that one.
Yeah.
I read the Destroyer books as a kid, so I was excited for the movie. I was also reading Mac Bolan and a bunch of other books in that vein. I could burn through them in a day. They made a lot of those books back then. Of course, The Punisher's so ripped off of Mac Bolan. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's a total rival of Mac Bolan. He said the movie was supposedly free, but you had to reserve a seating by purchasing a $10 confectionery pass.
I didn't know. Popcorn or something.
Sorry, I mean the pilot. Okay, it's a pilot. So they did that with that stupid Inhumans thing.
Yeah, you could go see it in theaters. I almost went. Thank God I didn't, because it was just so bad. I mean,
God, you better be glad you didn't go see that crap.
I mean, Black Bolt was well done, obviously. Great portrayal. Of course, he's got no lines. So
yeah, that was brilliant acting.
That was what's his name from Strange New Worms, Anson Mount. Yeah, so he's a great presence. But like Karnak, what they did to Karnak, and it's just I was just laughing as you're watching it. It was just
what they did to Medusa was so stupid.
Well, they saved money. They cut her hair off, the gorgeous red hair, in the first episode.
Yeah, gorgeous redhead. Let's cut her hair.
Cut her off so that way they didn't have to do the special effects for the hair for the rest. I mean, the casting was good. This pretty decent, except for that Karnak was a little ridiculous. But it was just so horrendous. I mean, it was just one of the guys from Game of Thrones, the villain who the guy that chopped the other guy's blankety blank off. He was actually. I mean, they're good, but just the story was so ridiculous. It was just one of the worst things. Yeah, Lockjaw was good. Yeah, Lockjaw was good on that.
Lockjaw was the only effect, really, like the only real special effect of the whole thing. Yeah,
that was, but it was just the story. I can't even remember now, but I just remember laughing at it.
Maximus, that guy probably. I mean, he was. Maybe he'd have been good as if he looked like Maximus or whatever. A good story, maybe, but he was just I don't know.
Yeah.
The casting wasn't really the problem so much.
Yeah, just you got the original Kirby stories. Just do those; they're there. Yeah, and then and further up in the chat, D. Bud Martin mentioned Mexican Iron Man couldn't get Paulie to watch Picard. Remember he was mentioning he was going to watch Picard a few months ago, right? And that never happened.
He said he was going to do it, and it just never. He got lucky, got out of it.
We got to remind him. We got to remind him because he's got to feel our pain. I mean,
yep, make him watch Be Hard. He'll probably watch the third season.
Well, third season is allegedly better. I can't imagine how that would happen.
Here's what Robert Meyer Burnett, bless him, I'm a fan and everything. Here's what he's parsing his words. First of all, they probably let him watch it. If you read between the lines of what he said, unless he said more, didn't he just basically say it's the best season of Picard yet or something?
Well, that's not hard to do, but yeah, it could be.
But isn't that basically how he put it? Am I wrong? I mean, maybe you got it right.
Yeah, no. He didn't say much. He didn't say much about. There were no plot details. There was nothing.
Yeah, it's the least vomit-inducing.
Because that show was an abomination. I mean, just really.
That's what he's saying.
What they did to the Federation,
and that's true, Brian. Yeah, I'm sorry. I like the guy, but he's friends with the showrunner. And I'm so with you there, Trevor. RLM, sometimes they get on my nerves with some of their stuff, but I have issues with them sometimes. Their review of P Hard, the first season especially, was amazing. Especially that last episode.
It made it worth watching. You're right, Trevor. Yeah, it's it was because you knew all the details. If you didn't know all the details about the show, then still RLM stuff was fantastic, but knowing the details and how stupid it was. No one can explain to me why the android Data's daughter, whatever her name was.
Soul, whatever.
Something, yeah. Why she left the planet. Like, Soji, why did they leave? What was their mission? Nothing. Just to start with.
No one can explain anything in this stupid show.
No one didn't make any sense. And, of course, Data they could have easily put into a new body, and it's of course at the end of the series they basically turn him off. It's like Picard steals his body. You can't make another robot body for Data, because originally the Star Trek series, the Countdown comics, had Data back, and it was quote unquote the series was considered canon. It was the prequel to the 2009 junk. So but they had B4, remember, at the end he starts to sing. So what they had done was they said eventually Data's memory superseded and took over B4. So Data was in B4's body, basically, as a Starfleet captain.
Well, if they can put stupid-ass Picard in a shitty robot body, this is why couldn't they put Data in? Why couldn't they put Data in one?
Yeah, just make another body, right? It's just... And of course, they made Picard an old, frail old man. It's like, come on,
Who would ask? What at like 100-something, whatever? They're frail, pretty much dying anyway. And you could have say someone has the ability to, with the technology, to put your mind in a body that in another body. Okay, in another body that will function like a being, a sentient, organic being. It would function like one. You'll be the same person inside. Who would choose to take the same exact form that you're when you could have, taken one that was? I mean, I don't know. You know where I'm getting at.
Yeah, no, it's just ridiculous. Just they didn't have to get a new actor, but yeah.
So don't even write that. Don't even write shit like that.
Yeah.
Because it's idiotic.
Totally idiotic. Yeah. Because you'd give yourself a younger body. I mean, you'd never come back as like. And then they said then you would age. They made him age, and he's gonna die eventually. It's like maybe he could decide where, like, we're joking about it's Chris Purchase, that could turn Data off. Like, maybe I could have an off switch if I want to take a break for a while if I'm tired. But and he's not really
Jill.
Picard anymore either, right? He's
no, he's not. He's not Picard. Jill, what's up?
Hey, Jill.
Especially an evil Picard. Would I have picked a hot new, but yeah,
with hair, right?
This sucks.
Well, yeah, but they had what episode of the TOS where the guy puts himself in the android body? What are little girls made of, or was that?
What are little girls made of? Yeah.
Yeah, so doesn't
Lots of corny.
his mind goes into the body, right? Yeah, the android body. Yep.
Right. That's what. And again, it was also offered to Uhura in I Mud.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, the Golem body only had about half the manufacturer's warranty left on it.
Duplicate my old frail ass body, please.
Yeah.
Nah, you don't have to give me superpowers or anything. Nah, it's fine. This'll work. I don't need much.
Yeah, they didn't give him. They said we give him normal strength. They didn't give him extra strength.
Give him shit. They give him shit. Yeah. He didn't ask for it. He could have. I mean, I'm sure he could have asked for it.
Give me a refund on that new body.
I can see a scene even like where they're going, "Hey, dude, are you sure about that? You old feeble old fart? Are you sure? You want us to just put you back in the same? The duplicate? Why would you want us to copy it like that? Stupid. They didn't force him to do that, did they?
No, they just mentioned it in the. All of a sudden, the series they just said that because Picard had been, quote unquote, he was dead at that point. They just explained it that way. We decided to duplicate your body, and it's a couple of sentence lines there. And
in that case, well, it should have been the scene where he goes, "Oh, you mean you didn't upgrade this body or anything like that? Now I'm still the same feeble old oxygenarian I was, and I'm going to be doing another season just like this. That doesn't make sense." Well, you see, Pat, Poopy Stew, here's the thing. We don't have the technology to really make you look young, and you're still an old fool. So I'm afraid you're just going to we have to write this. How about not write him getting killed if you know you're going to bring him back next year? And that way you don't look ridiculous when you bring him back in the same damn in a copy of a body like that.
Yeah.
How about wouldn't that work? Wouldn't they just don't kill him if you're going to do that shit?
Well, the series started though. They said Picard was dying from some
He's a golem now.
From some brain disease, so they knew he was going to make it.
I'm not dying, of course. Yeah, he's not dying now, I guess.
So.
Oh my God. Oh dear. Yeah. Anyway, screw that noise.
Yeah, I don't know how we got on that tangent, but
I don't know. Let's go back to the Fantastic
probably my
Four.
fault. You can blame me. Yeah.
Blame you. Nah, it was definitely me, actually. So, yeah. I hope we get more of these books like this. I hope.
No, it looks fantastic. Yeah, and it's definitely not painted. I'm assuming that's all pencil.
It's an interesting color, Brian. Hungry Boy's not here. I would ask him how what the colors. Yeah, but it is just you were like. It's true that it had a sort of a black light feels. I love this color. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So is this also only just Ross doing everything, or is there his show story? Who? What are the credits on
Ross
this book?
did it all.
Everything, right?
Ross did the story in the art.
Coloring.
Apparently, he pitched this to Marvel back when they were bringing back the FF when they were after they'd been gone a while in 2018 or before 2018 when they were going to bring it back. But no, they decided to give it to Dan Slott because they're a bunch of idiots.
Yeah. Yep.
You could have at least let him start out with this, but he wanted.
No, that's gorgeous page there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he just wanted to do his own story. Of course, it doesn't fit into their modern shitball continuity anyway. So.
Yeah. Well, the books I'm getting this month, I just saw what just shipped. It's not that book didn't ship yet to me. Hopefully, I'm going to get it soon. But Genesville, Captain Marvel number 1 and 2 are shipping. So that's the Peter David series. They're bringing him back again.
Peter David's back at Marvel.
Yeah, so he's doing
the Captain Marvel comic.
Captain, when that was with Rick Jones had the Nega bands and would switch bodies with the.
Wait, it's going to be taking place.
I don't know. I just ordered the first 2 issues, so the first 2 issues are on their way. So we'll have to see.
It's got the Rick Jones, like Marvel.
I don't know I don't know if it's Marvel, but I don't know if it's. I gotta see what.
That's weird.
Let me search
that. Peter Davis had some health problems.
Yeah, but I think he's hopefully doing. He looked pretty good at the Comic-Con when I saw him, and I said, I wish I had brought some books for you to sign. I just love all your work. He's like, Well, I can't help you there. I felt like an idiot. It's like, thanks,
Lord.
Peter David. It's like, when you meet someone you idolize, you're like, what the hell do I, what do you say?
He's a weenie head, though.
Yeah, he had some weenie head stuff today that he tweeted. Huh? He tweeted some weenie heads.
Oh, God, yeah. He always does. He's a total moron when it comes to certain things. Just stick in your lane, dude. You can write good comics and good Star. He was great. He wrote some great Star Trek books.
Oh, yeah.
Write Star Trek books, write comics, and shut your pie hole. Thank you.
Yeah, so here's the tagline. So Peter David returns to Genus. How do you say his name? Genus Vel? Genus Vel, son of the original Captain Marvel.
Genus?
How did you say? Genis. I never know how to pronounce. Just read the thing, but how to pronounce it for years.
I just thought it was.
And Rick Jones.
Genus. Just kidding.
Are about to come crashing back into each other. Witness Genus Vel, Captain Marvel return to the pages of their very own series written by legendary
it's not Marvel.
Drawn by artist Juan Ramirez. Can Rick Jones save Genus and himself before they both fade out of existence? Is Rick's ex-wife Marlo, she was always cute, Marlo, the key?
Mm-hmm.
Find out when Peter David takes Genus Vel to all new heights. So, yeah, that was a good series when, I usually would, anything Peter David did, I would. So this is new, so I don't, hopefully
it's got Rick Jones was cool and all, but that's Genus Marvel.
Genus,
not
yeah, it's a son. It's a son, yeah, it's a son.
Yep.
Which is good because they're not bringing back, don't bring him back.
Don't ruin Marvel. I mean, why not bring him back and make him look like Annette Bening?
Yeah, I could do that, right?
Jesus Christ.
And Florida Man #2 is shipping with that too. So that
did you get #1 yet?
I did get #1. I had to buy it on Fleabay.
Why didn't you get #1? I thought you ordered #1. What happened?
It got lost. It got shipped. My shipment got lost.
Your whole shipment got lost. How much
whole
stuff was
shipment?
In there?
So it's about $30 worth of books.
Oh shit!
But they replaced them. They refunded me and they replaced them.
Sorry for the blasphemy, Andy. I apologize. You shit me. They got the whole. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
man.
so I had
what was in there?
I'll tell you.
Anything worthwhile?
Well, Florida Man #1 was in there.
Well, that's worthwhile because it's Mike Barron and it's not Wokey Drivel. But what else?
Yeah, so I'll read you let's see, your comic book subscription is shipped. Okay, so it was well, this is mostly stuff you'd hate. So Avengers 58, FF 45, Florida Man #1,
cool,
Fortnite Marvel, Zero War #2, which has the code in it for my Fortnite game.
Damn it.
A new Fantastic Four #2, which is the Hulk and the Wolverine, Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, Fantastic Four, Nightwing 94, Star Wars 25, Vader 25, and Wolverine 23 by
And the
Kubert.
whole shipment got lost.
The whole shipment got lost. So if you track the shipment, so it says, I click track shipment here. Estimated delivery Thursday, July 28th. So it departed.
It's lost.
Yeah. Shipment received, departed USPS regional facility, arrived USPS facility. The next 5:01 a.m. it says, enjoying reading your Florida Man #1. You're not going to get this shipment ever.
It didn't say that.
It did say that, yeah. So July 24th. No, it didn't say that. Yeah. But how does a box get lost, right?
No, that's crazy.
I mean,
I know what happens, but
but how does it with the big ass label on it? How does
idiots? That's a shame, dude.
It just went somewhere. It went somewhere else, and or someone just I don't want to say anything, but it's not like that was a super duper shipment, but it's it's easy enough for
What are you going to do though about those other? I know you said you ordered Florida Man. What are you going to do? Are you going to try to get all the other ones? Just go.
Well, I got the only two that were out of stock were Florida Man and the Fortnite book, so I had to buy those on eBay.
Oh shit!
But it was more, it was like $8 each to buy. So then what I did, I had to.
Freaking comics are $4 now.
Well, I bought a lot of old books to go with. You got to get the shipping down. So I was looking for holes in my collection and bought some. I spent an extra $50 probably on that.
Yeah. Was it being shipped by FedEx?
No, it's a United States Postal Service. USPS. Yep. No, not FedEx, but
right.
FedEx has been losing stuff lately too. I mean, ever since the pandemic. I mean, I know those guys work their asses off and gals, UPS drivers and FedEx drivers and all the truck drivers out there. It's all these supply chains problems. They can't get help, and that's hard work. But I'm joking. But I just don't understand how a box could actually get lost. I mean, I could see where it get delayed. It goes somewhere the wrong place for a while. But I don't know how something could get lost.
That's a shame, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Just the cost, even though you shouldn't be buying some of that stuff. So,
well, they did. The place did refund me. They said they're shipping me out the new, no charge, the books that they had, left in stock. They're great, but it's not the outfit's fault, unfortunately. But it's just, and then we should think of how much more stuff we ship today too. I mean, you go get stuff like this. This FF book is on sale on Amazon right now for $22. You could buy it on sale. I just checked.
How much?
$22 or 23.
Shit, I just wanted to have it in my hand. I didn't want to go.
And you're supporting a local store too. But
that guy's I know that jerkweed. I don't care about him, but I wanted to get the book. I'm just kidding. Not really.
Not really. But
I'm sort of not really kidding. But
but you get you order you can order everything now, and it just you're lazy. Like, do I want to go to the store, or do I going to order cotton balls? I need cotton balls. So I'm just going to order them. I'm not going down to the corner store to get them, right? So you just
well, sorry that happened, Duder, but
thank you.
Let's start wrapping it up here, folks.
Yep.
Jack Kirby month is now at an end. But it's always Jack Kirby time and Clobberin times, and I had a lot of fun. I'm going to do a little wrap up here. Honoring the King of Comics as I always do. A lot of fun shows, that just celebrated the man, the legend. He gave us so much, and every August on my show, for as long as I remember it, I've been doing this 13 years. It's been, Jack Kirby month. And of course, his birthday was on this past Sunday. And I thank Valkyrie, lovely, wonderful Purple Valkyrie, for joining me there. Minimus joining me one night. And you, of course, Mark D, joining me all these nights. And we had a great fun review. Fun doing that review. I'll end with something I wrote the other day on his birthday that I always mean. I mean it. In closing, that was for on his birthday. I wrote this a long time ago. I changed it. Of course, it looks like shite on here, but happy birthday to the King of Comics. Thanks, Jack, for all the fantastic things you gave us, for all the incredible worlds you showed us, for all the astonishing tales you told us, for all the uncanny ideas that beguiled us, and all the spectacular heroes who inspired us. Kirby forever, because he gave us so much. He gave us just an immeasurable amount of joy and so many wonderful creations that we'll never see his like again. And the King of Comics should always be celebrated. So, love him. And again, it was, like I said, the two greatest geek experiences of my life. As I know I go on about it all the time. Are the times I got to meet Jack Kirby and spend time with him.
You got to spend a lot of time with him too, right? It wasn't just it wasn't like, hello, how are you doing?
First time not as much in '86, but in 1990 at Atlanta Fantasy Fair, hanging out with him multiple days, like for a couple hours, a couple of cases, and so yeah, it was amazing.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah,
it was just.
And you probably at the time, did you realize how amazing that was, or you probably did?
Yeah, I did at that point. I was 20. I was a dumbass 26-year-old kid, but yeah. As opposed to a dumbass 58-year-old man now. But I love Jack, love Ross Kirby. She was a wonderful person, and it's funny that the last day of the month and the last day of Kirby month comes on a day when one of his greatest creations, is nicely celebrated by Alex Ross. I appreciate this book that I just picked up today. I read it. If you're an FF fan and you love Kirby and you want to see a wonderful, love letter to Kirby comics and something that treats the Fantastic Four with respect. It's a book that just came out today. You'll find it probably in comic shops, or you can get it online. It's called Fantastic Four Full Circle. Again, I enjoyed it. I think it's a beautiful book. And it's a fun story, and it's And it's just good to see it. So, and I think Jack would have approved of it. So, quick show notes here, folks, and then we'll get out of, and we'll say our goodbyes and get out of here. Tomorrow night we start a new month, and that will be on Clobby's Clubhouse. Not the same as Kirby month, where it's all wall to wall Kirby except for the Trek show, but Clobby's Clubhouse, all four of them in the month of September will be dedicated to Star Trek, because it is Star Trek month. A week from tomorrow night will be Star Trek Day officially, but obviously we'll do other things. But we're going to definitely do some keying in on some Star Trek. So Clobby's Clubhouse tomorrow night, same Trek time, same Clobby channel, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Raquel and Mark and the usual Clubhouse gang, and of course Saturday night Star Trek, same Trek time, same Clobby channel. Cannot wait. Looking forward to that. It's 4 more episodes of Deep Space Nine to review. And then Mark will tell us what he's got going on.
Well, actually, my town ridiculously didn't have a rain date for the fireworks on the 4th of July, so we had them scheduled for July 3rd. And to save money, we never have the fireworks on the 4th, which I think is ridiculous anyway, but I guess it's cheaper. So they're having fireworks on Saturday night. So I'm going to be out
instead of Labor Day.
So they're having fireworks on Labor Day weekend. So I'm going to be down at our swim club. It's like an outdoor club. So I'll be there eventually. But it's just total lunacy that they have. Don't get me started. Don't get me on a rant. But
about the Star Trek month, yes, I have done that before in the past, and sometimes on the old show there, Jill. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's no. So
not
so
quite
Saturday,
like this.
Yeah,
not quite like this, Jill. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no. This was it was a great tribute to Kirby. So I'm working on a couple of videos. I'm editing some right now, and Dad Man's doing a football show, so he's going to have me on next week. And Toxic Tuesday, we've got coming up on Tuesday. The movie was I can't remember the name of the movie now. It was Dark Black Mirror. No, what was it? It was Dark
on Toxic Tuesday.
It's Dark, a movie I haven't seen actually.
Really?
Yeah. So, and then. So I haven't seen the movie, so I got to watch it and clip it. But anyway, Toxic Tuesday is always a lot of fun. So I was there Tuesday, and Sunday Night Geekery. We will have a Sunday Night Geekery, although I can't stay up. I can't. We'll be. I gotta keep the show shorter than usual, because then the next day is the big pig roast. Yeah, or started earlier or do something.
Started earlier. Yeah. All right, dude. Well, thanks. And
thanks. Yeah.
Thank you all for being here tonight and being here all month for helping us celebrate the King of Comics. I really do appreciate it. I want to thank the mods and thank everyone for being here tonight. It's so many. I tell you what, we'll just kind of let everybody go, and tomorrow we'll do all the shouting out when Raquel's here and stuff. So, but Andy Masterson, thank you for popping in there, buddy. Good to see you. And Jill, it was great to see you. The great Eric K and the great Chris Persia. Das Wolfen, thank you. Oliver Belamonte, all of our wonderful friends who were here tonight, Phantom Outsider, and D. Bud Martin, of course, and Lynn Rod, and Cities Warren, Apollomes, Minion, and the Pupper, Trevor Cunningham, thank you for being here with us tonight. Classic Comics, it was good to see you, buddy. The great JT Kirk, thank you for the super chat, and thank you for being here. Brian Hepburn, and all the members, thank you for being here as well. Oliver, I think I said Oliver already. Oliver, and good to see you. Everyone, MMM, thank you for being here. Masters Maniac Mexico, the wonderful, lovely, beautiful Sherry was here. Thank you so much, Sherry. It was good to see you. Did I miss anybody? I probably missed some people. That's why we'll be more formal and more diligent on our shout outs. Oh, Eastland Burkholder popped in. I can't let that one go. Or Sid Eastmore. Hello, Sid Eastmore. I mean, welcome, Sid Eastmore. Appreciate you. Thank you. That's what I meant. Matthew Pounder popped in. Cam was here. Dave was here. Venomousness was here. Maddie's daddy was here. So Markler, Seth was here. Cam, I said Cam, didn't I? So, if I missed it, anyone, I'm sorry. That's the way it goes. I don't mean to, of course.
And Das Wolfen says the movie is Black Rain. So thank you for that. I had stream brain and forgetting. So Michael
Black
Douglas,
Rain, yeah.
Black Rain. So I've never seen. I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, okay. Dave Bob was here too.
That's
Dave
the
Bob.
Tuesday night movie. Yep.
Thanks, Dave Bob. Yeah, Black Rain. Yeah, that sounds toxic enough, I guess.
And the main character's name is Nick, so I'm sure that that's why Nick picked it. So.
Yeah, Nick's a good guy.
Nick's our buddy. Yep.
Nick's our buddy. Yeah.
He's our pal.
Nick is our buddy. We love Nick. My cousin popped in and even got to see him there. Dave Rayburn, brother, cousin. I mean, okay. See, it's a good thing you check. I scroll back.
You scroll
I
back.
hate to miss anybody, you know. I hate to not shout anyone out.
But then once you start to shout out some people, you got to shout them all out.
What just happened to me? It happens to me all the time because I'm an idiot. Hungry boy just popped. Oh my goodness! See. What's up, hungry boy?
No agonizer for you. Yep, that's okay.
You can
rewind.
Now. Well, I'll show since we're here. Hungry boy, this is my new book I got. This Alex Ross book. Fantastic for Full Circle. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was beautiful. I'm at the back of the show, at the front of the show. I talked about it more a little bit, but not spoiling anything. But I think it's a beautiful book, and so I was gonna. So you at least, and of course we did. We was wall to wall Kirby, but we on a last day of Kirby month. It was cool to have something that celebrates Kirby, like that. So just bring you up to speed before we get out of here. So thank you, everybody. Thanks, Hungry Boy, for popping in there, bro. Marty Zakron. So everyone, have a fantastic rest of your night. I hope to see you tomorrow night at the clubhouse. Everyone, please enjoy these final remarks, these final messages, and have a great rest of your evening.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, your old toys.